Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel and to another Mondays Don't Suck episode. We're doing this slightly different this week as I'm recording this live, and that is for a very good reason. It's because today's Monday, I've got a pretty busy day, and as you'll find out, I've got a pretty busy week, and I didn't want the time constraint of having to edit and upload this episode on top of other things that I have to be doing. So we're live, and yeah, let's kick things off. As always, we're going to start with what I had going on last week and then what we've got coming up this week before getting on to the main subject of today. So last week was a bit of a funny one, obviously Good Friday, so not a great deal. It was a 4-day week, which, is kind of annoying. And I was out of the office on Thursday because I went to the Prince's Trust at Groundwork in Oldham to do some more mock interviews with the latest batch of youngsters there. They all did fantastically well, and it was also really cool to catch up with a couple of old school friends of mine, one of whom was sat on interviews with me. So yeah, that was a really good day, but it was also nice to feel like we were giving something back. And yeah, it was a thoroughly worthwhile day. But again, it was a day out of the office. Now, I think I touched on this a little bit last week in that Thursday, we have some staff based over in the Philippines, some team members of ours, and for them, Maundy Thursday is a bank holiday, and they're actually working, or would have been working today, as Monday is not the bank holiday here over in the Philippines. We gave them a day off anyway because it's not the bank holiday here in the UK. But as you can see, I'm here and we've got stuff to do. But yeah, last week, Wednesday, we had a catch up with John, and we were supposed to record. That didn't go to plan, as you can see in this video up here. I actually recorded a video on that very subject of not losing twice, and how sometimes you have to just admit that things are out of your control and there's nothing you can do about them. So don't lose twice. To find out more, click that link. Tuesday was webinar day, and Monday was a standard Monday. So yeah, and then obviously today is not a proper day really. It's Easter Monday, so it's sort of limited with how much people are going to be around today. I'm obviously here, and I'll be here all day. Hopefully going to get Matt around, and we're going to try and do the recording, which we tried to do on Wednesday, to try and catch up with that. Again, it's a good day to try it because there's going to be minimal distractions from other people. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm down in Bristol. I'm going to see Matt. I'm staying with Matt for Tuesday night. John is then coming down on Wednesday to Bristol. So me, John, and Matt will be having a catch up down in Matt's neck of the woods. I come back up Wednesday night. Thursday is a day back in the office, and I'm out with John and Justin in the evening of Thursday, and then Friday is a typical day. So this week, I know is going to absolutely fly by. Yeah, it's a crazy one. So with that said, on to the main sort of subject of today, and this was something which I was wondering what to talk with you about today, and it's something which crops up every so often in my life, and I'm sure it probably will in yours as well, and that's why I figured it was one worth talking about. And I read, it's basically never explain and never complain. And I can't remember, it's something which I heard maybe a couple of years ago, and it seemed, I tried to do a bit of research on it, and it's been attributed to different people throughout history. Benjamin Disraeli was one, and Churchill is another. But this whole never complain, never explain, or whichever way around you want to call it, it's like a concept of how to live your life, I guess, is so a rule set of which to try and adhere to as much as possible. Now, largely it's made the point that obviously if it's close family, or your other half or your business partner, then certainly you will have to explain and maybe complain to them at certain points, and that's fine. But it all comes down to the people that you actually trust or respect in your sort of close circle, they're the ones who you can sort of explain yourself to and complain to things about. But outside of that immediate circle, never complain and never explain. And this follows on to the subject of entrepreneurship. And for example, today, it's Easter Monday. And if you're anything like me, it's just a working day. I'm not a bank, so I'm not taking a holiday. Has always been my sort of attitude on this for the past few years. So when people ask me to do things, and again, this is going to sound really obnoxious and braggy, and it just doesn't, it's not meant to at all. I hope you can relate to what I'm saying here. But sometimes people ask me to do things which I honestly, I either can't do or I'm not willing to do in exchange of work, if that makes sense. As much as, you know, I would, you know, going out and, you know, socializing and doing things like that is something that is more commonly accepted than someone working on a bank holiday or over a weekend or whatever. A lot of people can't understand why I would make the choice to work or do that over going to spend time with them on a social level. And this brings us into this never explain situation, because how best to word this? And again, this is totally live. So as you can see, usually I get to cut out my sort of thought processes, ums and ahs and all that, but you're getting it raw today. So those around you and those that know who you are and can relate to you as an entrepreneur, as a business person, will 100% accept that that's just who you are and that's what you've got to do. They know that your goal, your mission, your work ethic, your motivation is taking you on a journey, and they 100% respect that. And I'm not saying that you will never make time for them, because you will. I mean, whilst I didn't go out this weekend, I am going out next weekend, and then in a couple of weeks I've got a weekend in Spain. So, you know, I do make time, but I can't do it all the time. And that's the thing, you know, I can't justify it to myself. I can't justify it to the businesses that I'm trying to run and to what I'm trying to build, and the empire that, you know, you want to create as an entrepreneur. And I certainly have those friends around me who 100% get this. And it's ironic, because they're the people who I would explain it to, but they never ask me to explain. They get it. They just know that I'm busy now. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm working on, and I have to do it now because this is what makes me happy. I have to be trying to create something for myself. I can't live for the weekend. I can't live for payday like so many people do. And then there's the other sort of friends on the more outskirts of sort of friends of friends and other people who perhaps don't know you as well, who are totally not entrepreneurial and probably don't understand why I do things the way I do. And they're the ones who can sometimes get a little bit pissy, get a little bit, you know, make some snide remarks. And it's at those points where I realized that I don't need to explain myself. If they were truly friends and if they truly knew me as a person, they would understand already. I wouldn't need to explain any further. And this is not me complaining about them, by the way. This is me just sharing with you the thought processes that I go through, in the hope that if you ever come across this, you'll know exactly that you're not alone. And this is entirely seems to be normal for most people. They don't understand the entrepreneur mindset and how I can quite happily work over weekends and bank holidays. And whilst everyone else, if I log into Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, I can see everybody's out drinking and partying on Thursday night, on Friday night, on Saturday night, because it's the 4-day bank holiday weekend. And what was I doing? Thursday, I was doing mock interviews. Friday, I was here in the office. Saturday, I was with the family, and then I came back and did a little bit more work. Sunday, I was working. Monday, I'm here working. They don't see that side of things, and they can't understand why I choose to do that. And it comes back to that old saying, is that, you know, you have to do what others won't, so one day you can live like others can't. And that's something which I'm a huge believer in. And I just wanted to let you, like you watching this, know that it's okay to be different. Remember that at the end of the day, it's your life, and how you live it is up to you. Run your own race and only worry about you. And if other people don't understand it, or don't understand why they don't see you as much perhaps as they used to do years ago, that's unfortunately on them. I've always said that my sort of best friends, my closest friends, aren't always the people that I see most often. My best friends are the ones who understand that, you know, we don't have to see each other all the time in order to be best friends. You know, we're both running our own races, doing our own journey, and we have mutual mad respect for each other doing that. And that's sort of the point of today's episode, is whether you choose to work or whether you choose to have fun, whether, you know, whatever angle you take on this, remember that it's your life. Don't let anybody else sway your happiness. If you're watching this right now and you feel like, if you feel guilty that you feel like you should have been working on a bank holiday, don't, because if you wanted to, you would do. And ultimately your journey and your destination is not going to be the same as mine. And likewise, if you were, you know, if you have been working and you know, trying to create something for yourself over the bank holiday and the weekends, don't feel bad about it, because ultimately it sounds like me and you are on a very similar path, and we're putting the work in now so we can enjoy things later on in life. Yes, it's a bit of a gamble, but it's a gamble. It's entrepreneurs. It's what we do. So I hope you found this quick episode useful. Whether you probably don't need motivation on this Monday or not, hopefully it will kickstart you tomorrow if you are not working today, and your 4-day week will fly by, I'm sure. This week, obviously, I will try and film a bit of the journey down to Bristol. I hopefully am going to get a video out soon on a potential sort of replacement to Terapeak for eBay sellers and eBay research, including competitor research. So keep an eye out for that one. Hopefully I can get that out this week. Again, that's going to need a lot of editing. So again, I'm short on time this week, but if I can get it out, I will. With that said, have a fantastic Easter Monday, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're working, whether you're not. Have a good one, and hopefully I'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new as always, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.